What's going on, guys? White Fox 1225 here with another video, and today we're talking about Dishonored 2. I know I said I was going to cover Fallout 4 right after E3, but with Dishonored 2 announced, I really had to make a video on it. If you guys know at all, Dishonored is one of my favorite all-time games, right below Skyrim and The Elder Scrolls Online. Really just one of my all-time favorites, so when Dishonored 2 was announced, I just had to make a video on it. I will still cover Fallout 4 tomorrow, but Bethesda just had a killer E3 announcement run with Dishonored 2, Fallout 4, Elder Scrolls Legends, which is a new card game, which we'll also cover. We had Doom, and they also talked about Battlecry a little bit, but really just an awesome presentation, a great day for video game news. As you guys know, I'm a huge Bethesda fan. But anyway, guys, let's get into Dishonored 2 and what we learned about it. So we got a gameplay trailer, or more just a trailer that had some gameplay in it. It wasn't raw gameplay or anything like that. It was definitely, trailer-ish. It kind of, obviously was made for the trailer, but we got a sense of what the gameplay is going to look like. So first off, the huge news, we got two players that you can play as in this game. You can choose to play as Emily from the first game, which is the princess you were trying to protect and rescue and get back into the throne in the first game. And we have Corvo returning from the first game, which was the assassin that you play as in that. My plan is to play as Corvo, but really cool that you have an option to do both. You got the female and the male, and both are returning from the first game, which I really like. I like that it's a continuation of the story and not just a whole separate game, because I really did like those characters, and I think they did an amazing job with the first game. Hopefully your choices will also carry over. The way you play really did matter in the first Dishonored, and any of you guys who got to the ending probably know that. So hopefully that carries over into this game too, since it is a continuation of the story. But anyway, the different characters are going to have different powers. So Corvo is going to have his classic blink ability, pretty much a staple of the series, at least the first game. And Emily is going to have this sort of supernatural magical grappling hook that looks really cool. It works kind of like the blink ability, where she can kind of like get to different places pretty quick, but it does work a little differently. So it's definitely going to be worth playing through twice just to get the different perspectives of each character and the gameplay of each character. She also has an ability where she can turn into a shadow and like walk on the walls. It's called shadow walking. We saw that in the trailer too. Everything just looks really cool with these two characters. I can't wait to see how their stories go, and I can't wait to see how the game unfolds. Obviously, Emily is going to have to get the gift from the outsider, because she obviously does use it, and we could hear the outsider talking in the actual trailer. So obviously he has to come back to give her the mark, and she can have those powers. But everything looks really cool for these two characters. I'm really excited that they're returning. I'm really excited that they're carrying over the story from the first game. But moving on, let's talk about the overall plot and kind of story of the story, or at least what we know so far. So the game is going to take place in Karnaca, I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's a city located on the continent of Serkonis, and that's a little south of Dunwall. Corvo was actually born there, just a little cool thing, and I'm sure that'll come up in the story. It's also the source of where the bone shards came from in the first game. We did get to see some of the area in the trailer. It looks almost like it's sort of like a warmer look. It looks like it has some more wilderness, not really the, super kind of steampunky, rotted kind of look of the city in the first game. This one looks a little different, but still that beautiful classic Dishonored kind of artwork and art style that I love from the first game, and I know everyone loved from the first game. It looks like technology has kind of advanced a little bit, because we have robots that Emily fights in the trailer. Definitely not something that we would have seen in the first game, so it kind of makes sense as time passes. Dishonored kind of took place during an industrial revolution of sorts, so it kind of makes sense that they progress, and now they have like these robots, and it should make for some cool gameplay and some cool new enemies too when we actually do get into the game. So that pretty much does it for the story. The overall plot is like the Empire has been kind of taken over again by this like supernatural force or group. We don't really know what's going on, but they have sort of taken the throne, so you have to get it back once again, which is a cool story. Obviously the characters are what I really love in Dishonored. The story was cool, but really there was the characters that brought it to life, so really excited that those are returning in the story. Overall, the graphics just look beautiful, even better, carrying over the same art style, but just improving it even more. From what you saw in the trailer, this game looks to be really good. I'm sure it's probably running on a newer engine than the last game did. Maybe the improved one that Fallout 4 is running on. Not quite sure about that, if Bethesda shared that. But it does look really great. If you guys didn't know, this game is being developed by Arcane, who is the ones that developed the first one. Bethesda does also have a part in it. I know they distributed it. I don't know how it works with the actual development, but I know they are involved too, and pretty much anything Bethesda touches is amazing. So we also have that to look forward to, just like the first game. They also announced the Dishonored Definite Edition, and that's going to be sort of the same game as the first one with all the DLC and enhanced graphics. That's going to be coming out in August for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Not uncommon that we see a relaunch of a game that's kind of a little bit older, just so newer players can get a chance to play that before the new one comes out. But we're going to see that release in August, and the actual game, Dishonored 2, will be coming spring 2016 for the PC, Xbox One, and PS4. So obviously, guys, this is really exciting for me, and I'm sure all of us who love Dishonored. As time goes on and we get more information, I will of course be covering it right here on the channel. So if you're interested, make sure you subscribe. If you like the video, give it a like, and as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.